Hi, welcome to my channel, Takoyaki Tarot. Today is Thursday, December 19th, 2024. So before I get started, I want to remind anyone that's watching that these messages are not going to resonate with everyone, and that's okay. If they resonate with you and gives you clarity, great. If it does not, then don't force it to be your story. I'm gonna pull cards. You want to know something funny? This used to happen all the time when I was like a kid, and then it just stopped for a while. And now it seems as though it's starting back up again. So I had a dream Monday night. Either Monday or Tuesday, because Tuesday is when I saw it. I don't think this has anything to do with the reading. I'm just sharing this with you because it's cool. So anyways, I had a dream, blah, 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 blah. Things are happening in this dream, whatever. And you know what? I may have talked about this in the dream. No, I don't know. Anyways, I was in the dream. I was like outside because there were things that were going on or whatever, right? And I looked at a building, right? And on the building, there was like a poster, like a flyer poster kind of thing, right? And the poster said a boy and his wolf, or a wolf and his boy, right? It said a wolf and his boy, or a boy and his wolf. And there was a picture like of a boy, but his mouth was like I don't know, it was just not like a normal looking person. But anyway, so that's what it was, right? That was like the I remember I was reading it, I was looking at it, and I was just like, oh, I took note of it, right? Whatever. I'm just telling you this one tiny part, right? Because of what? Anyway, so it had to be the next day. The next day I saw, like, you know, like those movie trailers, whatever. So there's like this movie trailer that I saw. And I was like, why does this look familiar? And the movie is called Wolfman. It's a scary movie, and it's about like this, I don't know, this family, it's like father, children. They get into an accident, and then something happens. I don't know, I kind of just like, it was like the movie trailer, so, you know, I wasn't really paying attention to it, so I gotta watch it again, and then I'll be able to understand. But I kind of like just was watching it, wasn't really watching it, right? But then like that's when I started noticing some similarities, I guess I should say. And in the show, and like I guess the trailer is talking about like something happens to this man, and he's like changing. He's like a changeling, and he starts deforming. And in my dream, the poster, it was like a boy, but he looked like he didn't look normal. And the movie is called Wolfman, and it talks about like a man who's like basically deformed and stuff like that. So I just thought, but the thing is, that used to happen all the time. Like I would hear songs or movies or see things, right? And then like between like a day and a week later, like I would see, I would hear, I would experience it, I would watch it, right? Things like that. But it stopped for a while, and then it started back up again, right? So I just wanted to share that with you because I thought that was pretty funny. It's 11:23 right now. Alright, so with that, I just wanted to share that. And it's a new movie trailer because I saw the trailer on like HBO, like the commercials, right? Like if you have like the streaming platform HBO, like it'll show you the commercials, right? I like to keep the commercials on because it kind of feels like real TV. Yes, baby. It broke? Go get the tape and I'll fix it. So,
I got a tree.
perfect. Alright, I'll be right back. I gotta fix this for her. Alright, I'm back. So, yeah, also, last night's dream, I remember I was, like, on a second or third floor balcony. You know how, like, there's, like, those houses that are, like, split into two apartments, like, upstairs and downstairs? I had a dream that I was on the upstairs balcony, and I was, like, looking down, and I could see the backyard, like, the little alleyway, driveway part, and I could see the front yard. And there were, like, multiple different things happening at once. There was something like I feel like the house that I was in was blue, but I was on the second floor balcony of the house. I keep seeing like one of those like Jeeps. My ears itchy. Like those Jeep like safari Jeep cars. I keep like a dark green. Like it's, oh my god, like it's up in flames or something. That's like kind of like going on in like the alleyway / the backyard kind of. Alright, let me start pulling cards. Because I'm starting to remember a lot of things from my dream last night. You know what? I don't think this is the first time I saw like a green Jeep in my dream. But it was like one of those like safari Jeeps, like the ones where you can like take off the doors and like the ceiling or whatever, you know? Like the ones that like people drive like in the summertime. But it was like it's like a dark green. Someone's car could... Someone's car could go up in flames. There's something faulty in the car, like wiring or something. I don't know. You should bring your car, like do what is inspections, right? Get your car inspected. I also saw like bubbles, like, you know, blowing bubbles. I saw that in my dream last night. You wanna, one second, hold on. Wow. So bubbles, because I saw a lot of bubbles, but the bubbles were like around me. And in the dream in the part of the dream where I saw the bubbles, I was in a classroom, but it was weird because, like, I remember I was going to school, right, in the dream, but I was a child in the dream, and it was weird because there were like 3 or 4 other children that were like following me, or like were always like a certain distance, but like huddled together, but at a certain distance from me, and they were like dark, shadowy. They're like these dark, shadowy children, but they were always at a distance from me, right? They never came close to me. But I remember in the dream, I was in a school, like, as a child, right? Like, grade school. And I was in a classroom, and I would go from, like, I was in my class or whatever. But there was always these like bubbles around me, like you know, like you blow bubbles. They were always around me. I remember that. That was in my dream last night. So I just looked it up. The bubble is a round symbol that can suggest an idea of something fragile that might burst, since longevity is not its strong point, because you know bubbles pop. As it rises upward, it can symbolize hope and aspirations, or ascending in an effort to rise above something by releasing it. So there could be people that you released that were not supposed to last long around you. Longevity is not its strong suit. It's not its strong point.
Wow.
So there could be things that are going up in flames for these people. You like it?
Like it.
Perfect. There are things that could be going up in flames for these people because it's they're just not supposed to be around you. And you released it, you let it go. It could have been, for some of you, it could be like childhood friends, like 3 or 4 childhood friends. For some of you, it could just be like pain or trauma that you were holding on since you were a child, or habits or ideas that were implemented on you since you were a child. Because you know how, like, for example, like, if you're taught to hate cauliflower, right? You're going to hate cauliflower, blah, blah, blah. And then one day you actually try and you're like, oh my God, this is amazing. And I've hated this for the rest of my life because this is what I was taught, right? So it could be something like that. Or you could have been taught to, like, fear, or taught to, like, doubt yourself or not love yourself, or something you've seen when you were a child and you kind of just, like, you know, like, that's okay, that's normal, right? But then you're realizing, okay, like, for example, you ever see, like, ever talk about your childhood with other people, and then you hear someone else's childhood and you're like, wow, that's not really normal, right? And then they're like, what are you talking about? Doesn't everybody blah blah blah, right? It's kind of like that. So I mean, it could be like that for you, but it was like 3 to 4, and they were like cuddled together. And they were like always at a distance, right? For some of you, this could be like family members. But I don't know why it was a green Jeep, like those safari Jeeps, right? And it was like going up in flames. It could be that if these people are trying to travel towards you, their means of travel is not working out because they're not supposed to be around you. That's why they're always at a distance, or they're being kept at a distance because they're not supposed to be around you. So every time they try to go around you, it's something always, they got to do something else instead, or they got to take a detour, or this happens or that happens, is because they're not supposed to be around you. They're literally being kept at a distance. There's also like, because you could be learning things, and school is in session is what I heard. You're learning things. You learn something new every day. I love that saying because it's true. You learn something new every day. So you could be learning things, and as you're learning things, these entities, these people, they have no choice but to stay at a distance. Yeah, I feel like it's that they have to. They don't have a choice. They have to stay at a distance. They cannot. They're like not allowed to be around you. And I keep seeing 555. So as this change is, I don't know, for your benefit, there's nothing that can be done about that because it's for your benefit. What else is there about bubbles? Bubbles symbolize the end of an era, the birth of a new spiritual awakening. For some, they also remind us of the fragility of life and the eternal scheme of things. Yeah, wow. But there is something I'm missing. I feel it. That's not. Also, a lot of you guys need to come to terms with something from your childhood, or that you want. You're like, whatever that was important to you, or whatever. There's something about your childhood that you should look into or revisit that's important, or it was important to you, right? There's a plane going outside again. My earlobe is itching. I'm missing something. That's not. This could also mean that there could also be something here about like you being able to have maintained your inner child, your spark, your wonder, your creativity, your innocence throughout all of this, right? So there's something about your imagination, right? Like, because there's also that one episode of SpongeBob and where SpongeBob and Patrick was in the box, and it was like imagination, and within that box they could do anything and everything, right? And then Squidward had no sense of imagination, so he had no idea, right? So there could have been a group of people or that always felt some type of way about your imagination since you were a child, and so because of that you may have like felt some type of way. So that could be the thing that you have to return back to, or the thing that you might have to like revisit or really get back to tapping into your imagination, right? Because also imagination is very important for many, many things, right? So, oh, okay, yeah, that's why. But, so yeah, people think that having an imagination is childish, but an imagination is like the epitome of a child, and if you've kept your imagination, or it may not be as wow as it once was when you were a child, but you still have enough of it to where like it's either noticeable and or you can still work with it, right? But I feel like a lot of you kind of like felt like it was unnecessary to have, but it's actually very necessary to have. So that's something that you might have to go back to get, or revisit, or work back towards. All right. And the thing is, like, if you don't have an imagination, and imagination is also a very fragile thing to have, right? It's very important too, though. It's so fragile, but it's so powerful to have. Oh my gosh, there is this show. No wonder. Okay, let me show you something. Alright, there's this tattoo that I have, right? This guy's name is Chatham, right? Chatham. And he uses his great skill, his great skill of imagination to save the world. I kid you not. Yeah. It's actually from an album cover too. It's called an album cover by a band called The Used, and the album is called Lies for the Liars. My gosh. Listen. Let me see. Hold on. If anybody's interested in watching, because it's on the internet. It's not really like any platform or anything. I don't even know if it's still up on the internet. But it's like a web series or something. And I know Kate Segal is in it. I think she plays his mom or something. But yeah, his name is Chatham. Oh, there's only one season. Yeah, look, Chatham battles evil with his imaginative. Oh my gosh, Chatham battles evil with his imaginative power to save his island. Yeah, and he does. He ends up succeeding. Yeah, Chatham. Wowzers. That's, I don't know. See, that's why you gotta like kind of like revisit some things, right? Not everything in your past is bad, right? Not everything is good, but not everything is bad either, right? Some things that you need to revisit are like, oh, aha, I remember, right? Like just now. Yeah. I mean, oh, you could watch it on Amazon Prime. You could also watch it on, I think, on TV Tropes. I will find the link and I'll post it on my community board, right? The first episode is called The Vengeance. The second is called The Test. No, the first episode is called The Awakening. The first episode, season 1, episode 1 is called The Awakening. It came out June 15th, 2010. I've had this tattoo for like a minute. The second episode is called The Test, and the third is called The Vengeance. Wow. Yeah, I think there's only 3 episodes. It's really good though. It's so good. Let's see. And then there's like this one character who like has like no imagination 222, right? Or can't imagine. And so because of that, like he makes it his mission to make sure that whoever can have an imagination, whoever has the ability to imaginate, I just saw 2212, he tries to like take it from them and like makes the world like dull and miserable and bleak and dark. And then that's where Chatham comes in because he has like this great skill, like his imagination is immense. And it's so good. I forgot. I should watch it again. It's that good. Yes, baby. Hey, listen, don't step into that because it might collapse inside. And then if it breaks, we're going to have to buy you another one. And I kind of don't want to do that.
Breaks?
Yeah, I don't want you to break it.
Look, it breaks.
It did not break. Look. See?
Look.
Put your baby in there.
Where's the baby?
You have babies in there. Okay. She's got like a little grocery cart. It's so cute though. Alright, let me pull some cards. Oh, hold on.
Where's the baby go?
Check in their room, baby. Yeah, alright. I'm gonna link that on my community board. I don't know. Yeah. Each one of my tattoos tell the story. Like, you know, like, I'm a big believer, like, if you want to get whatever you want to get it. You don't really have to, like, if you just want to get, like, I don't know, a candle because you like candles and, you know, whatever. So, but, like, I feel like some part of that, though, like, has to be, like, it has to have some sort of meaning to you. Or, like, it has to be, like, I'm not going to get a picture of someone's face just because, like a portrait, you know? Like, it has to be special. Like, it has to mean something, right? But, so, yeah. The prayer of a righteous person is powerful and effective. James 5:16. Wow. Actually, give me 1 second, too. Thank you. Okay. So, yeah. The prayer of a righteous person is powerful and effective. James 5:16. Right? Hold on. Alright, I'm back. Sorry. So, yeah. I feel like, of a righteous person. Every time I hear that, I hear this phrase, when a righteous man goes to war. But that's from the show called Doctor Who, right? And it's basically like the doctor, he's like this righteous person, blah, 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 always tries to do the right thing, but without having to, like, sacrifice anybody, always trying to find, like, you know, something that works for everybody, but, like, doesn't impede on his beliefs, right? And doesn't, like, overshadow, like, his core beliefs and morality, things like that, right? And the thing is about that too is that this particular character has a great, vivid, amazing, astounding, powerful imagination, right? So you could be this person, or you are supposed to be this person, or this is what God has in store for you, but you also need your imagination as well. It's a tool. And I did it in one of my readings recently. I was talking about the tools that you have within you to create the reality that you want. And I wasn't talking about tools like a screwdriver and a wrench and a hammer. I was talking about tools like your compassion, your heart, your kindness, your patience, your courage, things like that, right? And imagination is a tool that is very, very necessary, especially I'm hearing in this war, right? In this war, the spiritual war. I feel something in my chest. It's bubbling up. Yeah. When a righteous man goes to war. So you could be this person, right? Because it says the prayer of a righteous person is powerful and effective. Yeah. It could also be something too, like, because when your imagination is, like, in full effect, like, you, it's basically like you say things and it manifests. Oh, look, I was just talking about an airplane or, like, a helicopter, right? And look, here's one right here. Yes, baby.
I need batteries.
I know, baby. It needs batteries. Did you turn it on?
There's batteries.
I know. It needs batteries.
Uh-oh.
Here. Go tell your father. What time is it? Okay, I still have a little bit of time left, so let me keep moving because I got stuff to do. Bria, what is it? When a good man goes to war, I need to. I'm stuttering. Hold on. I'm getting, like, so much right now, and I'm, like, getting very excited because I want to get it all out. Yeah, here it is. I'm also getting that if there are about 3 to 4 people, or, like, a group of people, like a person or entity, a spirit, whatever, there's something about they never anticipated you being ready for this war, or you being able to be in the position that you are, or be in the position that God intended for you to be, to where, like, not only do you know your place, but your stand is, like, solid. Oof, I feel it in my chest. It's, like, rising up. Let me just look this up real quick. Demons run when a good man goes to war. Yeah, it's a whole thing. It goes, demons run when a good man goes to war. Night will fall and drown the sun when a good man goes to war. Friendship dies and true love lies when a good man goes to war. Yeah, demons run but count the cost. The battle's won but the child is lost. Wow. Wow. Yeah, I feel like somebody was trying to put you in battle since you were a child, hoping that you would, like, lose what you were supposed to lose, right? By putting you in this war too early or too soon. But there's a disappointment coming from the opponent's end, because not only do you still have what you've had since you were a child, but you have that and more. You have that and you're stronger. You have that and you still remained a good, righteous person. Right? Demons run when a good man goes to war. Oof. Yeah, that's what there's
Mom.
this was not intended, this outcome.
Pop.
Okay, I'm gonna do it one time, okay? But then you have to wait, okay? Ready?
Okay.
Wait, hold on.
It's stuck.
Oh, I left the other ones at. Okay, hold on. Ready?
Maybe.
It's stuck. Baby, it's because you're chewing on it. You cannot chew on it.
True.
Yeah, I'll have to get more. Yeah, go over there, baby. Go.
Hi, it's not. I want to go.
It's not gonna pop. You chewed on it.
To chew.
Yes.
You will?
No. I'll get more. All right?
No.
Yes. There's sirens outside right now.
Okay.
The Eight of Swords. Yeah, somebody's all up in their head right now because you still remained this good person, this righteous person. And not only that, but you still have not only... Here's the thing, too. Children are like these little balls of...
I did it! I did it, Mommy!
That's great! Okay.
I did it!
These little balls of joy and pure, right? And they're powerful. They're right? And I feel like somebody sought it out to throwing you into the battlefield since you were a child and roughing you up and cutting you up and, you know, hurting you and this and the scars and the war and the battles and this and that. And, you know, it would turn you bitter and cold and tough and miserable and mean and wicked. And it didn't happen. And that was the intended effect, right? But I feel like they didn't know that God knew that. So God was like, you're doing my child a service because this is just making my child stronger. I need them to be in this environment for right now, so thank you. And I feel like this person, these people, they're all up in their head right now with the Eight of Swords upright because to them, this was not the intended outcome. You were not supposed to continue to be a good, righteous person. A person that is so good and so righteous that demons flee from you. Demons are afraid of you. But that's what you've become, right? I feel like at this point, with your spiritual awakening, your ascension, and your journey, you get in the ring, and you're like, okay, well, who's next? And the demons are all around. They're like, oh, I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm good. Like, nobody wants to square up with you at this point, right? And it's like, all right, say less, right? I feel like somebody feels like they have no power when it comes to you. And that's why they're all up in their head. They feel like they're stuck in something. Like they're trapped. This person, they literally can't do anything. They can't, right? Like in my dream, I was talking about how like these little shadow figures were at a distance, like they couldn't. I just saw 3334, 3334. Yeah, they were at a distance, like they can't. So whoever these people, that's what I'm saying. Like they're not allowed to be around you. They can't. They literally cannot be around you. They're not allowed around you, right? I'm also getting for some of you, God deliberately set it up in their life to where they would be like taking from your energy. This is what I'm talking about. You need to stop chewing on that because that's why it's getting harder and harder for it to work. So stop chewing on that, please.
On my boo-boo.
I know, baby. You need to stop chewing on that.
I know. You can't grab it.
God like deliberately took these people and removed them from your life. It could have been like physically, right? Especially like if you have a purpose in a specific job, a specific place, a specific neighborhood, or a specific environment, whatever the case, like you're supposed to be here, and these people, they're just gonna be picked up and put there, so that way you can like work in peace and do what you gotta do. I just saw it 34:43. What time is it? All right, I gotta hurry up. Demons run when a good man goes to war. Yeah. We got the Emperor on the fence. Yeah, so you're solid in who you are. You're hold on. Alright, yeah, so I got the Emperor. It was on the fence. Yeah, I feel like the reason why somebody's all up in their head is because, like, you're in progress of something. You're working towards being a leader in your life, working towards taking control in your life, working towards your prayers, right? Being a righteous person, working hard, trying to organize what you need to organize, working on your foundations. This is what you're in the process of. This is what you're doing. And it's really putting someone in their head because they can't distract that. They can't put you in the Emperor reverse, whether you're divine feminine, divine masculine. They cannot put you in the Emperor reverse position where you're not a good, honest person. You're not hardworking. You're actually lazy. You're a failure. You're not doing anything. You're too weak to overcome whatever it is that you need to overcome. I'm also getting, for some of you, you may not even realize that you may feel like you're still in the process of healing certain things, but you may not even, I'm going to put my foot up here, but you may not even realize that you've already overcome certain things. But I feel like from your personal perspective, it could be because, like, you're trying to, like, make sure things are very solid for your foundation. It could be because you're trying to really do what you got to do, like be a righteous person, like be a good person. So from your personal perspective, you could feel like you still have a long way to go. Like you still have so much to do, so much to work on, right? But from the outsider's perspective, right? That could be from your personal perspective. But from these people's perspective, they're looking at you like, wow, I can't believe how much they've overcome. I can't believe how much they've accomplished. I can't believe how much they've done. I can't believe how healed they are. I can't believe how well they are. I can't believe how good and a righteous person they are, right? And that's like why they're really stuck in their head. Because from everyone's perspective, and even God's perspective, everyone's just like, congratulations, wow, amazing, you're doing great, keep it up. But from your perspective, you're like, I still got things to do. Let's go. I still got things to do. I think that's funny, right? But so it's not bad because you're always trying to like strive to like be a person that can be relied on, a person that you can. Oh my gosh, the Emperor. The first thing about the Emperor is war. Look, it says war. What have I been saying? I'm also getting that it got to a point for you where it wasn't even like war anymore. It was just, okay, so this is this. You know how I was talking about in the beginning where people will be talking about like their childhoods and they're like, oh yeah, my childhood, blah, 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 right? And another person will be like, my childhood, blah, blah, blah. And you're like, that's not normal. That's actually very concerning that you had to go through that as a child, or that you had experienced that as a child, or that you did XYZ as a child, or blah, blah, blah. Like, that's not very normal. That's actually very concerning, right? But because it was like your environment, like it was normal to you, and so it became a point where it wasn't war anymore. It was just another day. So that's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like for you've overcome so many things without even realizing you're overcoming, thinking that it's like, oh, it's just another day. Like, oh, I still have a long way to go. But these people, like, they haven't even begun to scratch the surface of the things that you're able to, or the things that you've accomplished, the things that you've overcome, the things that you've healed. And these are the same people, the same entities, the same demons that are being held at a distance from you because they're not allowed to be around you. And these are the same ones that are all up in their head because it's like, I can't believe they've gotten so far. And meanwhile, it's so funny because meanwhile, in your mind, you're like, I still got this to do. I still got to do that. I still have that. Right? I feel like that could be like some sort of like perfectionism, or it's just you're always striving to be the best you can be. There could be some Virgo energy here. We got Aries, Virgo, Gemini. ambition, divine masculine, victim, victory, strife, conquest. This person wanted you to be a victim of like your childhood, like a victim of like of the world, right? A victim of them. Structure, control, yeah. I also feel like you're not exactly really noticing this, because in your mind you're like, okay, I did this, I gotta do this now. I did this, I gotta do this now. And these people, I did a reading, I think it was yesterday, where I was talking about how like they're like trying to catch up, or it was like a couple readings ago. Watch my readings for this week. They're like trying to catch up, and the reason why they can't is because you're just knocking things out of the park. What is this? Page of Wands reverse. Yeah, wow. Page of Wands reverse fell out. A couple other cards fell out too. Superficial, theatrical, distracted, depressed, domineering, bad news, instability. Yeah, these people are all up in their head. You could also be seeing how superficial these people are. These people, they just wanted to control you or have some sort of dominance over you just for the sake of, I feel like. Just to be able to... Oh, wow, that's actually horrible. These are people that they just want to dominate other people, to be like, oh yeah, I can make so-and-so do whatever I want whenever I want. Like, they want to be able to have, like, that kind of, like... What was it that they said? They want to give themselves the credit of being able to be like, oh yeah, you know, they listen to me, or yeah, they'll do whatever I want, or I can make them do X, Y, Z. They want credit for something like that. They want to be able to like have credit over you, over your success, while also being able to like say, if I say jump, they'll jump. Like, they wanted you to be a show dog, but like they needed you to be in this position where you're not a good person. They want to be in control of people who are not good. I don't know. They want to be able to like keep you, or they wanted to keep you to not be ever a righteous person. Because, for example, if this is a really bad, superficial, anxious, trapped, frozen person, they would want control over other people who are doing worse than them. Oh my gosh, worse than them, because it makes them feel good when they can be like call credit or call shots. It makes them feel good. It makes them look good. It makes them look less superficial. Wow, that's what it is. They're trying to hide their superficiality. But if you're a righteous person, if you're standing on your power, if you're organized, taking control, working on your foundations, it's like you're mad fake. Like, what are you talking about? Why would I take advice from you? Why would I listen to you? You see what I'm saying? And it's really putting them in the Eight of Swords. And that's another reason why they're blocked. That's why they're not allowed to be around you. They're trying to call the shots on you. But if you're like a righteous person, there's no control. They can't say that they did XYZ or they can do XYZ. They can't tell you to jump and then have you jump, because you're not that. You're not a show dog. This person's also getting bad news. They're receiving bad news as well. It could be a lot about their instability, like their foundations as well. Their stability is what I'm trying to say. There could be something going on with their stability, right? There's something going on with their focus. They're not paying attention. This person, they're not paying attention. I feel like whatever they were looking at wasn't exactly what they thought it was. And so whatever they thought it was, it just, I don't know, they're not paying attention. That's why this is happening to them. I saw that Jeep again. I wanted to say red Jeep, but it was a green Jeep. Yeah, it's like one of those Jeeps where you can take the doors off and like you'll see people riding in the highway like in the summer or like whatever with like their dogs outside, or like they have like those sunglasses and like those safari hats, you know, like those Amazon hats that you through the jungle. Two of Pentacles. Wow, this is not looking good. Forced, Gaiety, inflexity, chaos, imbalance, overwhelmed, disorganized. This person could be very overwhelmed right now. They're very overwhelmed with how their stability had. They're very overwhelmed with how unstable their stability has become, and they have no control over that, right? So they feel stuck. They feel trapped in something that they cannot get out of because they weren't paying attention to something. I feel like what they thought, like they thought they were doing something righteous or something good or something good for you or acting out of like a good heart, but first of all, like this person's heart is blocked already, so they can't really. If this is a karmic person with a blocked heart, how do you expect them to do anything good or kind with good intentions, genuine intentions, pure intentions? Yeah, there's something very impure about this person's heart. And they thought they saw something that they didn't see, or they swore that they knew something, and it cost them their stability. I feel like they were trying to say someone was juggling, or they were trying to juggle something that they had no business juggling, or saying you were juggling things that you had no business juggling, or your divine feminine was juggling things that they had no business. I feel like this is somebody who like put their nose in somewhere where it didn't belong, and it cost them their stability. I can't talk. Gosh. It cost them their stability for looking into something they had no business looking into. And now they're stuck in a position where they cannot get out of. Yeah, this person's very overwhelmed right now. That's the main thing I'm getting. They're overwhelmed by the bad news that they're receiving. They're going to continue to receive this bad news as well. And I don't want to say that, but that's I just heard it's continuous. They're going to continue to receive bad news. And the more that they keep getting these bad news, the more overwhelmed that they're going to continue to be. Because it's just one thing after another, and this person could be like, wow, I can't catch a break. That's it. I gotta move on from this because I can't. This is ridiculous. Yeah, this person was trying to disguise themselves. So in Harry Potter, there is this spell. It's called Ridiculous. When you cast it on a boggart, is basically this like an entity, right? And when it reveals itself, you never, it's like a thing where no one really knows what a boggart looks like, right? And the reason why that is because the person who's looking upon the boggart takes the form of that person's fear, right? So I feel like this person is like, and the way to overcome that is you cast a spell called Ridiculous. And let's say, for example, like one of the girls, her fear was like spiders, right? And so she said Ridiculous, and the spider, like all these skates started popping up on the spider's feet, and the spider was like tripping and falling because it couldn't skate, right? So that was one. And then one of them, their fear was like a snake, and so the boy said Ridiculous, and the snake turned from a snake to like one of those bouncing punching clowns, right? So I feel like this person, they try to be some big bad wolf, or try to like be in control of some big bad wolf, or try to be like the ringleader, or try to make it seem like they could pull out a whip and say jump and you'll jump, right? And they just look ridiculous trying to be that person. They just look foolish doing that. And I feel like by continuously trying to do this, being in control of you, being in control of someone else's life, by trying to say, oh yeah, I can do this, I can make them do that, or, you know, they try to give themselves so much power and credit that it cost them their stability. That's what happened. They just looked ridiculous at some, like, it got to the point where they just looked ridiculous, and God's like, all right, enough's enough, you gotta go. So this person has been removed from your environment. This person has been removed from your, wherever it is that you are, they've been removed. Because it's like, what are you doing? You have no control here. This is not, you're putting your nose, you're trying to control something that has nothing to do with you. This is not your place. And they wanted this so bad. They wanted to be able to call the shots on your life. But the thing is too, they weren't even doing a good job of it. They weren't doing it to where it helps you, benefits you, heals you, helps with your growth. They were doing it to where they could just be like, oh yeah, I say jump, they jump. I say jump, they jump. I say jump, they jump. That's it. That's all they wanted to do. They just want to dominate other people. It's not, let me take you under my wing and be your mentor. It wasn't that. It was, oh yeah, I can make them do this, or they listen to me, or yeah, no, I'm the only person that they trust, or no, trust me, they'll do what I say. And it's, you want that power, but what are you doing to earn and deserve it? Like, you're not, that's what I'm saying. Like, this person, there's something impure with their heart, because their actions were not genuine towards you. Alright, let me move on from that, because I don't want to, and I'm running out of time. So yeah, you are this emperor, and you're progressing, you're making progress. But like, again, like I said, you've already made such great progress that you may not even realize how much progress you've made. But at the same time, I feel like that's bad, because you need to, like, congratulate yourself and, like, pat yourself on the back, like, yeah, I did that. But at the same time, it's kind of good, because actually oh my gosh, someone was just talking to me the other day about the tortoise and the hare. And actually, my very first reading that I ever did on YouTube, I've had my channel for like ever, but I didn't start doing tarot for like until like 2.5 years ago, I think. But my first reading, I talked about a story that I was sharing about the tortoise and the hare. But the other day, someone was telling me about the tortoise and the hare, how, like, he was telling me how, like, you're like the hare, but be careful that you don't take a nap, right? So I feel like this person is like the hare, but they're not realizing it because they're afraid of taking a nap. And that's okay, right? But at the same time, maybe not take a nap, but just kind of like catch your breath, to get a glass of water and then continue, all right? Don't take a nap, right? But maybe just breathe, okay? And then, you know, maybe like a 2-minute breather and then continue on, right? So it's good that you're not exactly looking back, but at the same time, like, you know, I wanted to say, like, it's good because you're still going and going and going and going and going, all right? But at the same time, like, the reason why it may not be, it can be like a little concerning only because, like, you do need to, like, catch your breath every now and then, all right? Hold on. Demons run when a good man goes to war. Because 8 of Wands, reverse. And then these two cards fell out together. Ooh, boy. We got the Devil and the 9 of Wands upright. I feel like, let me tell you about the why was I going to say the 6 of Cups? This could be somebody from your past or somebody that could have felt like they knew about your childhood or felt like they could relate to you because of your childhood, or someone you grew up with or someone from your childhood. This could have... for some of you, this is something that you overcame from your childhood for your children, or to heal your inner child. Yeah, I feel like with the devil and the 9 of Wands upright, you have been through a serious spiritual battle fighting the devil, right? Demons run when a good man goes to war, and these demons have been attacking you since you were a child, and now that you've it's like you came face to face with the devil and you overcame that. You beat that. You're not stopping. For some of you, there could be devilish people around you, and it's just like, I'm not paying attention to you. I got stuff to do. I got things to work on. Like, I'm not fighting with nobody. I just saw 5533. You're not fighting with these people. If anything, you're fighting for what you want to fight for, which is like, you want to be a good person. You want to be able to like believe in the power of prayer and have the power of prayer, things like that, right? So I feel like for a lot of you, like, and that's these people with the 8 of Wands reverse, you know these people, you cannot trust them. You know these people, they're just not good people. They're superficial, they're jealous, they bring you delays, they obstruct your justice, or they have attempted to obstruct your justice by getting you to not be an emperor that's working towards becoming an emperor upright, by keeping you or trying to keep you to be an emperor in reverse, right? A karmic masculine. These people, that's what I'm saying, with the 8 of Wands reverse, these people are blocked. They cannot communicate with you. You could have also excommunicated them. She put a basket over her and it's crawling like a turtle. I'm telling you. So yeah, the 8 of Wands reverse. We got the devil upright. I gotta cover their bodies. And then the Knight of Wands. Yeah, I feel like you there's something about your courage here as well. You have the courage to stand up to the devil, or to stand up to these people. Yes, my pumpkin. Yeah, I feel like where you are, look, it says believe in yourself and have courage to continue. For the Knight of Wands. Hold on. Okay, yeah. So yeah, I feel like this is you overcoming the devil. You may be bruised and battered and beaten and all that stuff, but you're not giving up. And these people, they just can't. For some of these people, they don't really have a way to communicate with you. And I'm not just talking about like phone, internet, mail. I feel like these people, they don't know how to communicate with you, right? And it could just be like having a conversation. They don't know how to have a conversation with you. They don't know how to speak your language. They don't know how to understand you. They don't know how to... They just don't know. Like, and I feel like for some of these people, if they did at one point, they lost the ability to communicate with you in your language, because it's kind of like you kind of got whiff that these people are just material and they were just trying to abuse that ability to communicate with you to like their own advantage, to just get to the point to where they would be like, jump, and then you jump, right? Or to take credit for being able to like, I don't know, I keep getting like this rabid dog, right? And this person, they want credit to be like, I'm the only person that can control that rabid dog. That's kind of what this is like. That's not good. That's not. If you're seen as that, wouldn't you want this person to be like, not be like your master, but like, you shouldn't want to control people like that. And if you see someone like that, like, and if you are in a position to like heal them, why don't you? Instead of just being like keeping them as a rabid dog, so that way you can like have the credit of being the only person to be like, jump or do this or don't do that. And I feel like you picked up on that. This person just wanted to keep you as a rabid dog, like, but be a puppy to them only. But that's not doing anything for you or to you. It doesn't do anything to anybody, really. Anyways, yeah. The Devil, Nine of Wands upright. I feel like for some of you, you were like, you may not even realize that this was something that you were overcoming. This influence, this person, these people, this entity. You may not have even realized that you were overcoming a devil that was right in your face the entire time. We got Capricorn and Sagittarius out as well. More Sagittarius. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. It was a Queen of Pentacles. You can't tell me that I don't know, because I know. It was a Queen of Pentacles that was in this devil energy. Could be a Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn, feminine. It's very superficial. All they care about is money. They want to dominate things. Very superficial. I keep saying superficial. This person was presenting themselves to be as a Queen of Pentacles, but they were really operating out of devil energy. They were like a secret devil in your face the entire time. And the reason why I say that is because this is the person, right? They want to be able to be like, yes, I have the reins on this rabid dog. But it was only like, it was not out of like, it wasn't to like help you. It was just so like they can feel good about themselves, because it's, they like, I don't know, they need to be able to have that kind of control over people. They want that. This is somebody who will like lure you in with shiny things as well, is what I'm getting. They'll give you shiny things to like have a hold on you, so that way when they say jump, you jump. That's very toxic and devilish. And you could have picked up on that. You could have not even realized that you were fighting against some sort of devilish influence around you, not realizing that it was a Queen of Pentacles in front of your face the entire time. That's crazy, because I knew who this person was. I know who this person is. You could know too. Doesn't have to be a Queen of Pentacles. Could be a Queen of Cups. Could be a Queen of Swords. Could be Queen of Wands even. But it came out as a Queen of Pentacles. Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. Yeah, this person is like, I also feel like this person always had to justify their stance.
Wait, there's stickers.
But that was just to overcompensate the fact that their heart is actually not as good as they claim it to be, or is not as good as they pretend it to be. This person's their heart is not good. And I feel like the reason why it got to the point where it is, especially for this Queen of Pentacles that was in devil energy, is because they cannot control someone who knows who they are, right? So you, divine feminine, divine masculine, realize, I just saw never mind. They realize that, you realize your worth. And in their mind, they're like, wow, I really cannot. You can't tell someone to jump when that person is like, who are you to tell me to jump? Why would I jump? For what? Where am I jumping to? What's there? Why? And this person's like, whoa, what just happened? What do you mean? Right? Eight of Swords. So now they're like, I can't control this rabid beast. And it's like, because they're not a rabid beast. And that's, anyways. Alright, I have to end the reading there because I gotta go. Alright, so this is the reading. Hope it helps. Bye.